What's going on, people? Back live talking about how you can get started wholesaling real estate. Like, why would you even want to start wholesaling real estate anyways? Why would you want to get involved in real estate? Like when I first started off, man, I wanted to do rental properties. Like I was looking for passive income, wanted to do rental properties. But what I did know is there was a way to make money in real estate by not having thousands of dollars to get started, right? What's up, A? Um, so I thought that, man, I needed thousands of dollars to get started wholesaling real estate. Other than that, there's no other way I could, get involved in real estate. But that just wasn't true, man. It wasn't true that I needed thousands of dollars to start wholesaling real estate, right? And it took me years, 8 years, right, to figure out that I can get started in real estate with little money and with not without using my credit at all. I'm like, man, I got bad credit. I can't flip a property. I can't buy a property. I don't have good credit. I don't have, this, that, I don't have the experience doing this and that. But you can get involved in real estate without using your credit, without having past experience, and you can start doing deals out there, man. So just wanted to come and talk about like how you can start, you know, getting involved in real estate and completely change your financial situation, right? Getting involved in real estate, man, can completely change your financial situation. Um, to the point where you could be out of debt. What would happen if you could be completely out of debt? You making no payments on nothing, right? What would happen? How would you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to make that car payment. You didn't have to make that credit card payment. You didn't have to make all these payments. How would you feel about that? How would you feel about having an extra $10,000 in your bank account every month? How would you feel about that? You know, how life changing would that be to have an extra $10,000 coming in every month, right? So, that's what wholesaling real estate could do for you. And then you could take that money and start investing in real estate. And that's what I've been doing. I was able to wholesale, make money. Now I can go and I can flip a property, and make 50, 60, $70,000. Then I could turn around and buy properties. Then I could turn around. Everybody talking about bird strategy when it comes to real estate. But how you gonna get the money or fix your credit to do that, right? Well, through wholesaling real estate, changed my financial situation to where I've been able to do some of that stuff, right? Even like what I'm doing right now, I got, I'm doing a short sale on a property, right? Well, this person is short selling their property and I'm purchasing it. But in order to do that, you got to buy cash. You know what I'm saying? And I got the cash to buy it. Like I've done two of these with my own cash, but now I'm to the point where it's like I know people with money. I can get other people to come with the money. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get to the point where you made money and you got connected to so many people who's also making money that you can go and now, use other people's money to buy properties so that you can make money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going and I'm using somebody else's money to purchase a property, flipping that property. I make the money off the property, give them their money back with a little interest, right? So just being able to do that kind of stuff, when I started from nothing, when I started working at Papa John's, you know what I'm saying? Being a regular teacher up in there teaching kids that sitting here watching us on TikTok, and YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And while they in class right now, you know what I'm saying? So, man, just, being able to do that and you ain't gotta have, you ain't gotta have a high school diploma. That's what I was telling them while I was there. I'm like, dude, you ain't gotta have no high school diploma. You don't have to have, no certificate. You ain't gotta pass no tests. You ain't gotta be the smartest joker. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta know all this other stuff. You ain't gotta be, nothing special. And you can go learn how to wholesale real estate and run it up. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to come here and talk about that and answer any questions people got about this wholesale real estate thing, man. So um, that's kind of what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now, man. Just trying to educate people about this wholesale real estate thing. So A on YouTube said, "Are you doing any owner finance deals or wholesaling?" I have did a wholesale deal or two where I bought it. I didn't really put it on the market, but I marketed it out to a lot of cash buyers. Did have one that I put on the market, two that I put on the market. And we end up selling those, made like 15K on one, 20K on another, something like that. I'd rather just wholesale that mug if I could, you know what I'm saying? But especially these days, man, unless it's a super good deal, you're better off just wholesaling it because you never know what's gonna happen in this market, man. The interest rates is going up. You just don't know exactly what's gonna happen in this market. So what some of the best thing to do is to just straight up wholesale these deals and put money in your pocket, especially when it's not an awesome deal. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a bunch of meat on the bone. So but yeah, man, I've done a couple of hotel deals. But dude, how can you get started in this? Like, how can you get going in this? Like I keep telling people, man, the best way to get going is just establish connections, man. And those connections most times don't cost you a dime. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost you a dime to start connecting with these people. It doesn't cost you a dime to start connecting with people that's purchasing the property or that's dealing with people that's purchasing properties. And who's purchasing properties? Cash buyers are purchasing properties. That's what we call cash buyers, people who buying these properties cash. Either they buy them cash to flip them or they buying cash to refinance, and hold them. You know what I'm saying? Or just buying the cash and holding them. So, those are cash buyers. And most of those cash buyers work with agents, right? Whether they're working with an agent to list it because they flipping the property, or whether they're working with an agent to, list it as a rental, most of the times they're working with an agent, right? So these cash buyers, they work with agents. So that's why I always tell people, like, dude, you gotta talk to agents, man. You gotta talk to agents. And it doesn't cost you a dime to talk to agents. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't cost you a dime to talk to agents. You can call them up. Most of their numbers are right there on the internet. You can just Google, Cook County agents, you know what I'm saying? And you'll be able to get agents, just like that. Hold on. Hello? Hey, I'm live right now. No, you good? What's going on? Oh, you sure? Yeah, my wife just called me right now. She on here live. She said, "Hey, everybody." But all right, then. When you coming back? All right, then. Bye. But shoot, man, you got to talk to agents. Like agents is the key. Like that's where it all started for me. Really talking to agents. This is where it started blowing up. You know what I'm saying? That's when I really started figuring out who the cash buyers, who the big players are in the game, and that's how you get there, man. A lot of times you work with these small fish, and it's good. Any cash buyer, I'll take them. But once you start working with these agents, they know, especially the ones that's in the game. There's agents that really, agents, specialize in different areas. And there's agents who specialize with working with wholesalers, right? They specialize working with wholesalers. So they connected with a ton of cash buyers and the wholesalers just bring in the properties. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say connect with these cash buyers through agents. That's the first place I would go, right? It's through agents, and like I said, it's free. So A on YouTube said, "Are you also wholesaling apartments?" No, I'm not wholesaling apartments right now. I was looking to get into wholesaling apartments, but I really haven't made a push to do that yet. Really just been too busy wholesaling houses and then now flipping a few houses, so I really haven't focused on that because, too busy doing what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, man, connect with these buyers. And somebody was asking me earlier about like, uh, don't some of these buyers go behind your back? I wouldn't worry about buyers going behind my back um, because man, you got to build relationship with people, man. You talk to people, build relationships with people, man. You'll be able to sense, people. You know what I'm saying? You talk to people, you kind of sense them. When I first started out, I had I had somebody go behind my back and do a deal, but it was they lost. You know what I'm saying? Because after that deal, I did 98 deals after that. They could have been involved in some of those deals, but they wasn't because they were behind my back on one deal. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a little deal, probably like $1,000, $2,000 deal or something like that. So JT said somebody tried to charge my uncle 5K to learn wholesaling. I sent him to your course. Oh man. Hey, it depends on who that was. Was that Keith Everett? You know what I'm saying? Like, because dude, JT, I paid Keith Everett $5,000, to figure out how to make 100K a month. And it worked. You know what I'm saying? I paid $5,000 and I figured out how to make 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, and another 100 grand every month, man. That's crazy, man. A lot of people think like that's big money. You know what I'm saying? And like I usually like, dude, that's big money. That's a whole paycheck right there, man. You know what I'm saying? But 5,000, when you start getting into wholesaling, you start getting into real estate, and you start dealing with these big numbers, man. 5,000 it's not a lot, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a lot, man. That's why it's like they charge you $5,000 because they finna teach you something that can make you $1 million, right? So hey, you give me 5,000 and I'm gonna show you how to make 1 million, right? It's like, dude, who wouldn't do that? You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't do that? Like, of course you would do that. You know what I'm saying? So but you usually don't see that until you actually do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't see it until you actually do it. And when you do it, you're like, dang, that happened. You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, that happened. Like I actually paid Keith Eric $5,000 and I actually turned around and was doing 100 grand a month. It's like, dude, when I started making that money, I'm like, man, I ripped this guy off. I ripped him off by paying him only $5,000. It's like, dude, he should charge me a lot more than that. I only paid 5,000. So man, just it's just crazy, man. It's a different perspective once you spend that money to learn what you need to learn. And I think that's the difference between a lot of people. It's like, of course, there's some people out there that ain't on the up and up that's going to take your money and do stupid stuff with it, or ain't going to give you the value that they're supposed to give you. So you definitely got to be careful. You know what I'm saying out there. I'm not telling you just go do anything, but man, if you can connect with the right people, you got to pay for the information and you got to pay for the contacts. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. But anyways, how much was you making doing pizza on the side? I need a sales. Hey, dude, delivering them pizzas was good, man, especially during COVID because people couldn't really go out like that, and people was appreciating people that was out there, doing those jobs. So like I was out there delivering pizzas and I would get like a 20K tip. I mean, not 20K. Yeah, exactly, right. Dude, I've said 20K. Dude, when you start this wholesale thing, you almost only think in thousands. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You almost only think and talk in thousands. It's like, I was making $20 off getting tips. Like I would take one piece and somebody would give me like $20, and I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I was all jacked up, $5 tip here, $7 tip there, $13 tip here. You know what I'm saying? So all that junk add up. Like one day I could make like 70 some dollars. I work, I probably was on my tips. I was probably making anywhere in between $10 to $20 an hour, right? On my tips. you know, because if you take 2 deliveries, you're gonna make $10. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing, man. Hey, it was all good to me because when I was driving down the road, I would listen to books like if you can't wholesale after this, I got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to books, you know, that was helping me. You know what I'm saying? And I was driving by houses that was empty, right? And I could see, you know, so but yeah, man. So Johnson asks, how long do you think a short sale would take? Can you wholesale it? Yes, you can wholesale that mug, man. Dude, yes, you can wholesale that mug. But I've had short sales take a couple of months, and I had short sales take a couple of weeks. It just depends on if that person's in bankruptcy or not in bankruptcy, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, you can wholesale that mug. I done gave one away. Like, dude, I went through the short sale process, and then because I really didn't want the property, I just gave it away to somebody else. I had other stuff going on. I basically gave it away to somebody else. They paid for it now, you know, and I just handed them the deal. They went and flipped that mug and made like $50,000, $60,000. Sickening, right? It's like, dude, that is sickening, man. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, you can wholesale the mugs, and that's what I'm contemplating right now. I got a deal where I could flip that. I could flip that mug. What's going on? How you doing? I could flip that, flip this property that I'm doing a short sale on and make like 70, or I could wholesale and make like 40. You know what I'm saying? It's like, which one should I do? Should I flip it and make 70? Should I wholesale and make 40? You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. That's what a lot of that stuff gonna start happening now um because you got people that's going to be in financial trouble, man. Like I was talking to one of the loan officers on one of the loans for the property that I was doing short sale for, and the lady was saying, yeah, we're getting a lot of people going into foreclosure. We're getting a lot of people doing short sales. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely coming, man. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely coming. So that's one exit strategy or one avenue that I use in order to, you know, help sellers out. And of course, I compensate them for going through the short sale process. You know what I'm saying? So, so you putting all your lists through Prop Screen only, no other website, no other website, Prop Screen only. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, man, I mean, I don't think there's a super secret, you know, place where you go and get these secret leads. You know what I'm saying? There's certain lists that's good, like probate. Go up to the probate court and get a probate list. That's good. The magistrate court, you can go there and get the eviction list. That's good. The building department, go get the code violation list. That's good. Go to the water department or the city and get the water shut off list. That's good. You know what I'm saying? And hit all of them up, you know, hit all those lists. And those are obviously people that's going to be motivated to sell. But the website that I use, oh yeah, in Georgia, you can go online. You ain't even got to go to the probate court. Just go online. I think it's georgiaprobaterecords.com or something like that. But just Google Georgia probate records, and they got all the records for the probates right there. They'll tell you who in charge of the estate. You know, you can, you know, just go and skip trace them, you know, or whatever, or you can go knock on their door, or the executor, the person who over the estate, go knock on their door, and bam, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So, Amir Muhammad said, keep grinding, bro. You're a big motivation. I'm looking to close my first 2 deals. I'm pitching to buyers as I type. That's what's up, man. That's awesome. Yeah, man, you got to talk to them buyers, you know, and man, you know, that's why that's why I do videos, man, because I know, or I knew that, hey, look, if I'm going out here wholesaling, other Joe can go out here and wholesale. And if I thought that I couldn't do it and I'm doing it, then I know I can help others who may feel like they can't do this, who may feel like they can't go make 100 grand in a year. Like, dude, you telling me I was gonna go make 100 grand in a year on my own? Like, go and create it? You know what I'm saying? Not working somebody's job. You know, I probably couldn't even imagine working somebody's job and making 100 grand, let alone going out here and creating it on my own. You know what I'm saying? And then to go out here and make way over 100 grand. You know what I'm saying? So a year is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to be able to go out, show people like, hey, look, I'm a regular joker. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm no smarter than you. I'm no better than you. You know, I, dude, there's just no way you can't get this done. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way you can't get this done. You can get it done. The difference between me and you is that the obsession that I had with actually getting it done, and then that obsession led me to take action. I was so obsessed that I couldn't sit there and not take action. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get so obsessed about something, you just have to take action. It's like that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say the difference is, you know. So Jordan says, how do you qualify your leads? That's an awesome question, man. You know, and we qualify leads like the same way every time. So the way that we qualify leads is, you know, when they first come in, what like our process qualifying them is asking them, hey, you know, does first of all, we ask them, hey, look, we have to ask you a few questions in order to give you a fair and intelligent offer, right? And I think I got that from King Kong. We need to ask you a few questions. I got this from King Kong and what's the guy name? Steve Trey, right? We need to ask you a few questions so we can make you a fair and intelligent offer. Is that fine? Right? Like I really need to ask you a few questions in order to make you a fair and intelligent offer. Is that fine? Is it okay for me to do that? Right? And they say yes, and then they know it's going to be some questions coming. You know what I'm saying? And when they don't answer the question, then you let them know, hey, look, like I made this clear up front that I needed to ask you questions in order to make you a fair and intelligent offer, right? Now I can't make you a fair and intelligent offer without asking you these few questions. So, bam, here we go. If they say no, that ain't fine, then of course they must not be that interested in selling their property if they're not willing to answer a few questions, right? I would ask them, is there a particular reason that you're not willing to answer these questions? I really like to make you, you know, I want to be knowledgeable, you know, and giving you an offer. I just need to answer. Just need you to answer a few questions. Is that okay? You know. So we ask that question first. The second thing we ask is we say, you know, they say yes. We say great, right? Does the property need any major repairs, like HVAC, water heater, roof, foundation, or mold repair? Right? Those are major repairs, right? And then the next thing we ask them, has there been any upgrades done to the property in the past few years? Like, you know, kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel, stuff like that, right? And then the next question we'll ask them, you know, is it tenant or owner occupied? We want to know who's occupying the property, right? And then sometimes we'll ask them, hey, are you looking to sell this property as a property that's up to 2022, you know, standards, or are you selling this property as is, in as is condition, right? To try to get them in the mindset of, hey, you know, is my property all the way up to date, or am I selling it as is, which means I'm finna take a discount, right? I'm finna give it away at a discount. Sometimes we ask that, but the next question you gotta ask is the timeline question. Is there any particular timeline that you're looking to sell within? You know what I'm saying? That let me know, hey, you know, that make them think, oh man, you know, they think about their timeline, they think about their motivation. You know what I'm saying? When you ask them the timeline, it make them think about their motivation. Oh man, yeah, we close on our other house next month, so we gonna need to be out of this house by then. Okay, I need to close 1 month from now, right? Then I ask, is there any particular reason you need to close 1 month from now, right? Well, here we go. Now they ready to tell me that motivation. Well, next month I'm closing on my new house, so I'm gonna need to be out of this. Oh, okay, gotcha. right? So now I know their motivation. Now I can serve their motivation, right? If somebody's moving to a new house, if anybody who ever moved, if I move into another house, what do I need? I need time to get from this house to that house, right? Okay, you're moving from house to house. Would it be beneficial if we go ahead and close on your property, let you stay in the property like a week or two so you can make your move, without, being rushed or worried about, how you're going to get stuff from place A to place B, right? If we provided a service that would come and move all your stuff from one house to the other, would that be helpful, right? Try to figure out what can you do to make people's lives easier. Right? It's like, dude, figure out what can you do to make the transaction easy on them. You make the transaction easy on them, you solve some of their problems. They ain't got to worry about the move. They ain't got to worry about this and that. They ready to go, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's how we qualify a lead, right? We need to know, does it need any major repairs? We need to know, there has been upgrades done. We need to know the timeline. We need to know it's tenant owner occupied. And then the last thing we ask them after the timeline, and we talk about some of the benefits that we can bring to them after they getting that. Oh, that'd be good. Oh yeah, if you did that, that'd be great. Okay. Well, did you have a price in mind you looking to sell for? Right now, it's like, oh, all those benefits that you giving me, right? It's like, now I'm asking you, is there a price in mind that you was looking to sell for, right? With me bringing you all these benefits and buying your property as is, right? So now they think it, right? They give you a price, or they say, nah, I ain't thought about it. You contacted me. Why don't you give me a price? And that's when I say, I work with a group of investors. Obviously, I don't give you, I would give you an offer price that my investors typically will offer within, like a range, to see if that's something you'd be interested in. Is that fair? So we'll give them a range, or sometimes I go off script, or I do my thing and I give them a number, but it's low now. So let's say they Zillow is like 300. I'll say, hey, 310. I mean, not the 300. I'll say 210, 205. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, I can't sell for 210. I can't sell for 210. Understood. Well, what's the best that you could do? Right. And I'll get that sent over to the investors that I work with to see if they would approve your property to be purchased at that price. Right. So bam, there you go, man. That's how we qualify a lead. Right. And then they'll tell us what they can do. Well, I can't do number 300, man. That's where I'm going to be at. Gotcha. I understand. I will get your property over to our investors, and I'll see what they're willing to offer. I don't think that they will offer that 300 that you're looking for, but I will figure out what's the best offer we can get for you. And I'll get back in contact with you. What's the best date and time for us to have a follow-up call? Are you free later on today or tomorrow? Right. So, you want to follow up with them as quick as possible, right? What times of the day work best for you, right? Follow up with them as quick as possible, right? So that's how we qualify leads, right? That's how we qualify leads. So A says, how was you managing your day when you had a 9 to 5? Well, first of all, I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go work out. And then, well, first of all, when I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I would pray. I would pray. I would read the Bible. Then I would listen to some type of, like, mostly Christian music. And then I would go get in my car, drive to the gym, listening to either like some Eric Thomas or listening to like a book on Audible or something like that. And then I would work out, and then I would go to my office. I say my office. I would go to my classroom because I was a teacher, and I would work on my business stuff. Right. I would open up my email first. I would open up like Launch Control. I would open up our lead center, which is Podio, and I would go through there, look at the leads, see what people's interested, da 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 da. Then I check my email, look at closing stuff. So that's kind of how I got into it. And then now I'm sitting at my desk and I'm doing that. And then next thing you know, the kids start coming in and I just keep working. Kids come in, they know what they're doing. Da, 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 da. So that's how it went. And then after work, during the day, I'm texting people, right, off my computer. I'm emailing people back off my computer while I'm at work. And then like my VAs would set up calls for me to take after I got off. So, they know that, hey, look, he's going to give you a call at this time, you know what I'm saying, at 4:00, at 4:30, at 3:30, right? That's when I got off work, so that's what I would do. Some of them, if they were hot, I would just walk out of the classroom, get out there and start calling people. But my classroom was so in order. Like everybody knew what was going on. Like everybody knew what they were doing in that class. I just had order in my class. So I could just get up and walk out of the class. The kids going to sit in their seat. They going to do their work. Ain't nobody going to get up. Ain't nobody going to go nowhere or nothing. They just, what's up, Chelsea? Chelsea, she up in this thing. Everybody just sat there and did their work. Nobody did anything crazy, right? Chelsea probably do some stuff crazy every now and then, but nobody would do anything crazy. So I would walk out, get on the phone, handle the business, go back in, and stuff like that. So, it was that to walk out of the classroom and finish the deal. Yeah, Chelsea, though she was clowning in class a little bit sometimes. She be one trying to test me, So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, I would just walk out of the classroom, just walk out. But like the kids obviously didn't know I was walking out to get on my phone. I would just walk out of the classroom, but I was walking out to go print some papers or walking out to go talk to another teacher. I could be doing anything, but I would walk out of the classroom, jump on my phone, do what I needed to do, come back in. But still, man, like that's what I would do, go to like whatever you got to do at your 9 to 5. But that's why I recommend people text, because most of my time was sitting at the computer texting people back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's how I kind of managed it with my 9 to 5, right? So A said, "How's trucking business going?" Trucking business is going, man. We on the road right now. You know what I'm saying? My driver, I just got on the phone with him before I got on this live. My driver is on the road right now, man. So we trucking. You know what I'm saying? We trucking along. So trucking business is going good, man. It's good, consistent income, man. So it's good stuff, man. I'm hoping to buy my next truck in January or somewhere around there and keep that going. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna build that trucking business up to 1 million, and then I'm gonna let y'all see what that's talking about. So what do you think about Mojo Dollar? I don't know. I heard somebody said something was going on with Mojo Dollar. I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't use Mojo Dollar. So, and I'm not a guru, right? I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't stay up to speed. Like I don't know everything. I only know what I use. I use call tools. I use launch control. I use lead Sherpa. And I use prop screen. Now, if you ask me what's going on with those, I can tell you. But somebody was asking something. I mean, somebody was saying something about Mojo Dollar. I'm in a group with wholesalers, but I don't know exactly what's going on with them. So good question. Thoughts on Batch Dollar? I haven't used Batch Dollar. Like I said, I just use call tools. But Batch Dollars, I almost switched to Batch Dollars until they was like, you got to get your own phone numbers or something like that. You got to pay for phone numbers and you got to use ours. Like, I didn't want to use their phone numbers. I already had my own phone numbers. I have my own phone numbers. So I didn't go with Batch Dollars. They even told me that I could bring my own phone numbers, but at that point I was out on them. So I still considering I may go back over there to Batch Dollar, but we'll see. So Cowboy said they just took away the numbers, so you have to get numbers elsewhere. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I already had numbers, so I really wasn't worried about the numbers deal. So call tools pretty good. Yeah, call tools pretty good. I like call tools. You know what I'm saying? But I have been rocking with call tools for a minute. So, once you get used to something, it's easy for you to say, yeah, it's good. But I use it and it's always been good to me. So at what point did you decide to get a VA? What did you have them do? So I got a VA after I got my first deal. It was 30K. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was 30K. Look how cheap I was. I hired a VA that was working 15 hours a day. No, 15 hours a week. My bad. I hired a VA that was working 15 hours a week, 3 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? 15 hours a week, and I was paying $2 an hour. That's crazy, man. It's like, dude, I hired a VA to work 15 hours a week, $2 an hour, and I still was closing 1 to 2 deals a month. And that's because, man, I was targeting areas where my buyers wanted to buy. You know what I'm saying? And they was calling during the hot time of the day. That's all they was doing, calling during the hot time of the day. And they was putting the leads on a Google spreadsheet for me. So all my leads was sitting there on a Google spreadsheet. So yeah, man, that's how I was doing it when I first started out. But I got my first deal, then I hired my first VA. And then I started getting more and more deals. Then I hired another VA, and I had 2 for a long time. And then when I started cranking it up is when I started hiring a little bit more VAs, when I realized that, hey, I need to reach out to more people in order to get more results, right? So somebody said, do you ever close the deal driving for dollars? No, I don't think I've ever closed a deal driving for dollars, right? Not drive. I don't think I've ever closed a deal driving for dollars. So shoot, man, get a 30K deal telling the W2 to Kid Ross. Oh man, get a 30K deal telling the W2 to Kid Ross. Man, I promise you, man. Like, let me see how much I had made. I probably had made close to $100,000 during the school year. We talking about, because like my first deal closed in September. It was 30K. I made 6K. Now I started making 10K a month, 10K a month, 10K a month. I probably had made like $80,000 during the school year, more than what I made at school. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't telling my school job to Kid Rocks, but I told the teacher, I said, man, if I make 100 grand this summer, I ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? But I told my school, like, if I make 100 grand this summer, I ain't coming back. But I didn't tell school that. I told somebody at school, and I ended up making 66 in June and then 43 in July, and I still went back to work. You know what I'm saying? I still went back to work, and then that August I made 88, and then September is when I started making 100. So crazy stuff, man. But still, it's like I was still at work. You know what I'm saying? I was still going to work, sitting in the classroom, teaching kids, they acting crazy and stuff like that. Like, who is this guy, want to go nuts on me and stuff. I'm sitting there just like, man, look, oh, do you really want to be here? You want to sit here act a fool, man. You talking to me like I really care about this job. You know what I'm saying? Dude, hey, you better recognize that I don't care about this job. So, but anyways, man, JT said, is the first VA still with you? Nah, man, them VAs come and go, man, for sure. But yeah, man, had first VA $2 an hour, 15 hours a week, man. And like I said, $30 a week. You got a VA. $30 a week. What's that? $120 a month. You telling me you can't pay $120 a month somebody to make these calls? So you got a VA at $120 a month. You pay $100 a month for call tools. That's $200 a month. You pay PropStream $100 a month. That's $300 a month. And let's say you skip trace $100 a month. That's $400 a month. Let's say you skip trace $200 a month. That's $500 a month. And you got your business going with $500 a month. You know what I'm saying? So you know, not too bad, man. Not too bad. Sharice said, where do you find a good VA? Onlinejobs.ph. Onlinejobs.ph. You can find good VAs there. So, but yeah, onlinejobs.ph is where I found my VAs. But yeah, man, that's where I find my VAs, onlinejobs.ph. And there's other places you can find good VAs, but that's just where I found mine. Now my VA do all the hiring. Now my lead VA hire all my other VAs. She know how to hire. She go through the whole process, right? All my processes and procedures are written out. Everything is written out. So all the processes that we do and the procedures that we do, they're written out so people can follow them, right? That's what you want to do, man. As you build your business, you want to write down everything. That's one thing I learned from the Bigger Pockets conference, just writing down everything, man. That's what really helped me with this business, writing everything down so people can follow things that are written. You know what I'm saying? It's easier that way. So Jason said, when you were teaching kids at the school, know that you had a YouTube channel. Yeah, some of my kids do have a YouTube channel, man. You know what I'm saying? They would go on there and say crazy stuff on there. It's like, dude, why? You know, but you know how it is. People in high school, they just want to do stupid stuff. But you know, but yeah, man, kids would just be saying stupid stuff. Like they didn't want to talk to me. Like, dude, I was sitting there making all that money in school. But they didn't want to talk to me. It's like, hey, how you do that? Or hey, well, you know, they didn't want to know nothing. They just wanted to talk crazy and say stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I would just ignore them. You know, I just wouldn't even say that back to them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Somebody said, what do you step in your business? What do you step in your business to do? I don't know exactly what he's asking right there. Rewrite that question, man. What are you stepping in this to do? Yeah, rewrite that question. Let me know. Yeah, that's funny, JT, man. Hey, it's crazy, man. Y'all know how you was in high school, man. You weren't worried about none of that other stuff, man. You know, teacher making, you know, stupid money. You don't want to figure out how to get that done. You just, you know, you just want to go in there and have fun and do whatever you want to do. But yeah, man. Like I said, I got all the steps written out. And that's what really helped me, man. Like that's what helped me delegate stuff. Like I was able to delegate hiring VAs because I wrote down exactly how to hire VAs. You know what I'm saying? And I gave it to my VA and I taught her how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I wrote down exactly how to do this, exactly how to make offers, exactly how to send contracts, exactly how to do all this stuff. And my VAs was able to follow that, and now they're able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one thing that you get to as you get a deal and start doing more deals and stuff like that. So Matthew said, what does your VAs do? And are they completely hands off? Are you completely hands off of your business? No, I'm not. Well, I could be completely hands off, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So I have acquisition managers, VAs, they know how to dispo the property. Like a deal can get, and I have a transaction coordinator. A deal can get completely done without me being involved. But, you know, I usually step in, like if they need help with something or they ask a question about, hey, what should we offer on this? I'll let them know what we should offer. You know, sometimes, you know, I'll say, hey, look, I'll call that person. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I just call them. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like being inside of a place. You know, it's like if you're working at Chick-fil-A and somebody, you know, you the owner of the Chick-fil-A and you standing by the sauces and somebody asks you for a Polynesian sauce. Like, okay, I just pick it up, give it to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm here. So it's like some things that need to be done, I just do it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't have to do it, but I just do it because I'm here, you know, I'm around, you know, stuff like that. So, but yeah, man, my VAs, they know how to pull lists, they know how to skip trace lists, they know how to upload them into the systems, they know how to call, they know how to text. One of my VAs calling me right now, but they know how to call, they know how to text, they know how to dispo, they know how to put people under contract, they know how to do everything pretty much that need to be done. Then I got a transaction coordinator who's beast. She take me on the close. You know what I'm saying? So so how much have you made so far? A stupid amount. So it's your business structure in your course. I would say I teach people how to get started in my free course, but in order to get my business structure, like I coach people on how to set up my business structure. You know what I'm saying? So um, you can check out my coaching programs. It's right over there where my free course is. But if you want coaching, hit me up, man. Hit me up on IG right here. If you're interested in coaching, man, we could jump on the call and we could talk about what I could do to help you, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you're interested in coaching, I'm definitely in to help you out, you know, if that's what you're trying to do. But A says, oh, JT says, do you think you'll ever do another interview with Flip Man? I don't know, man. I talked to Flip Man, like Flip Man called my phone, you know. Flip Man called my phone. They just popped up and Flip Man. I'm like, hello? He's like, yeah. I'm like, there ain't no way this Flip Man. He's like, it's me, man. You know, I'm like, what? Yeah, man. Flip Man called my phone. Yeah, man. It's crazy. So I haven't asked him to be on his video or nothing like that, but yeah, man, Flip Man is the man. You know, it's what's all started. But A says, what market does most of your deals come from? Atlanta. I'm all around Atlanta on the outskirts. You know what I'm saying? Like I teach in my free course, you ought to be targeting stuff that's along the interstates. You know what I'm saying? That's what people like to move back and forth. And people that be all on them interstates. You know what I'm saying? I-20, I-75, I-85, 285. You know what I'm saying? All along the interstates, you can find deals all day long. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I be at, man. Those are the markets, those are the places that I'm in. You know. So do you do any deals outside of Atlanta? Yeah, I've done deals in Augusta. I've done deals in Athens. I've done deals in I'm doing a deal right now in the middle of nowhere, South Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I do deals all over the place. Wherever it's a deal, you know, we'll get it done. But most of my deals come right outside 285, all around the perimeter, right outside 285. So Matthew on IG says, do you do? Oh, I already got that one. So Jake says, what's up, bro? Doing calling as I watch it. That's what's up, Jake, man. Jake over there grinding, man. Hey, that's what you got to do, man. You got to get on the ground. Like I remember there was times was like I was working my 9 to 5, and let's say like my VAs weren't bringing me in nothing, or I feel like I wasn't getting deals. Like I would get off work, go home, and get on the dollar. I'm like, I told my wife, like, look, I'm finna go in the room and call people. Like I would go in there and just get on the dollar and just be dialing, talking to people. Bam, get on the phone with somebody, give me that deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I would get on the dollar, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to get back on that dollar, man, you know, and really grind. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, man. You got to be willing to do whatever it takes to make stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? Some people think that they supposed to be, oh, everybody's supposed to be hands off in their business, or everybody got to be Max Maxwell. All you do is get on camera and fly jets and go do all this other fancy stuff. Or you got to be, you know, these big time people wearing Gucci and Louis and riding all this stuff. Like, I don't do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, so sometimes you gotta get in there and you got to grind, man. It ain't what it look like, is what it's like. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not about what it look like, it's about what it's like. It's like, you got to go out there and make stuff happen, man. You got to keep making stuff happen. So that's where I'm at right now, man. Just trying to make stuff happen, man. You know, so, and that's why I started this trucking business. Keep making stuff happen, right? Just keep doing stuff and make stuff happen, you know. So that's what I'm doing, man. So JT says, for the mastermind, what time does usually the calls? They're usually on Sundays at 7 for this mastermind. Like I do survey people to see like when's the best time for them. And then like in this next mastermind, we're going to have individual calls too. So like one-on-ones where you can pick a time, and then we'll get on the phone at that time, and we'll go and we'll do our thing while I be coaching you on what we do, how we do it, stuff like that. You'll meet people from my team and all that stuff. So so what's your morning routine? I was saying this earlier. I woke up in the morning at 5 o'clock, read the Bible, pray, listen to some good music, with Christian music or just some music that make me feel better. You got to feel good when you wake up. I would go work out, and then I would jump in, and then I would go to work. That's it, man. Get on the computer, grinding, ready to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would do, man. But yeah, so yeah. So Big Cuz Lee Ross said, how's trucking company going? It's good, man. Trucking is good. We over there, we carrying a load right now. You get paid every day in trucking, so it's always good. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the goal is to make $1,000 every single day. You know what I'm saying? $1,000 every single day. So, but yeah, trucking company is good, man. Trucking, one truck, we make about after everything, we make somewhere between like 6K and 8K a month. That's me though. After I pay my drive, after I pay for every single thing, make anywhere between 6 and 8 grand a month. And that's good for me. You could do more if you like your driver wanted to stay out, but my driver go home every day. They want to see their family, they go home every day. So 6 to 8K a month for me is good stuff, man. I take it. So do you send deals to your buyers without having any photos first? Yep, I'll send deals to the buyers without no photos. I'll send deals to the buyer without having a contract. I just need an offer. You know what I'm saying? So I do try to get photos, though. I do ask the seller for photos, but yeah, I'll send it to them without photos. Yeah. So Jake says, what's the best time for cold calling that you found that works? From 3 to 7. From 3 to 7 is like 4 hours of being high. So JT says that also a good time for texting. I would say I started texting at like 9. People would text you almost any time of the day, but I started texting at 9. They always work good. So Dennis Dickey says, great info. Appreciate that, Dennis, man. I'm on here just trying to give out information. I'm trying to help 100 people with a 9-to-5 start wholesaling so they can live life on their own terms. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm here for, man. Trying to help people. And you can take this information I'm giving you right now, taking a run with it, and you can run it up. I got a free course. You can go follow those directions. Same thing that I did. And I went out there and I did what, I went out there and created a beast, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and then if that ain't good enough for you, you want handhold, and I got coaching programs, man. So, I just trying to help people reach their goals and do what they really want to do, So when does your next mastermind start? The next mastermind starts November the 13th, right? That's when the next one starts, November the 13th. So like I said, if you're interested, man, hit me up on IG. We'll jump on a call and talk about everything and see what works for you, man. So on TikTok, Wave Hit Hard says, salute, my guy. How do you figure out the ARV? Can you give a quick breakdown? So I always say ARV, you got an apple and you just looking for something else that look like an apple. You know what I'm saying? So if I got a 3-bedroom, if I got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath that's 1,000 square feet, I'm looking for another 2-bedroom, 2-bath that's 1,000 square feet, right? With the same square footage, right? With the same square footage lot, right? That was built the same year. So the what is it? 4 things. I'm looking for bedrooms. I'm trying to match it with another property. Bathrooms. I'm trying to match it with another property. Square footage. I'm trying to match it with another property. And then lot size. I'm trying to match it with another property. And well, I guess it's 5 things. And year built. I'm trying to match it with another property. So bedrooms, I want properties with same number of bedrooms, same number of bathrooms, same number of square footage, same lot size, and the same year built. Now, if you had me to rank those, it would be bedrooms, it would be year built, it would be bathrooms, it would be square footage, and it would be lot size, right? Um, Maybe I'll throw square footage in front of bathrooms or something like that. But the year built is big because if they're built the same year and they're right next to each other, they're going to be very similar. You know what I'm saying? Bedrooms and bathroom need to be similar. Year built need to be similar. And then square footage need to be similar, right? So those are the biggest things. As long as those are similar, then you got the ARV. You got the ARV. You know, if something got an extra plus or minus bedroom, 20K, right? Plus or minus bathroom, 10K, right? Square footage for every 200 square feet, I would probably say probably 10 to 20K, right? But my thing is like, I'm not too concerned about the ARV. I look at what investors are buying for because the ARV is the after repair value. That's how much you can sell a property for to a retail buyer, right? Wholesalers, we don't sell the property to retail buyers, right? So I really don't even be focused on ARV like that. You know, I'll look at it to get a good gaze. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, it's probably worth about that much. I ain't got to be right. You know what I'm saying? What I need to know is how much would an investor pay for this? Not what any investor pay for, what would my investors pay for this? You know what I'm saying? And most time I ain't got to know that because I just sitting on the property, you know, and they just send it back. And I asked them those questions when they first set up with me. It's like, hey, what kind of discount do you typically look for on your properties? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I usually get that. So JT says, have you closed any deal in Charlotte, North Carolina? Yeah, we closed deal in Charlotte, Raleigh, High Point. Man, I closed the deal in Buffalo, New York. Closed the deal in Indianapolis. Just JVing with people, but closed the deal in Tennessee, Florida, you know, of course in the Atlanta area, you know, all over the place, man. Are you doing deals with hedge funds? Yeah, shoot, yeah. It's like, why would you not, man? You know, they got millions of dollars to spend. It's like, I just need a little bit of them. So I'll close deal with hedge funds, flippers, landlords. You know, I always say keep those three types. You know, there's three types of buyers you want to keep on your team: hedge funds, landlords, flippers. You want to keep those three type of buyers on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, JT. You talk about buyers, like, you know, I give buyers away in my coaching program, man. You know, just give all my buyers away because, you know, that's the best way to do it. Like, that's the best way for somebody to wholesale is to have buyers. So someone, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Say, hey, bro, what's the difference between the elite community and mastermind? Oh, man. Shoot, hit me up on IG, man. And we'll jump on the call and talk about that if you have more questions after I answer right here. So the difference is like in the elite community, we'll jump on a call where like the whole community is invited for like, you know, two times out of the month, right? You know, and those are just strategy calls, like how do you wholesale this and that? How do you do this? How do you do that? And you'll get like a short list of buyers, you know, and you'll get like a Podio light system where you just have like a general Podio that we would use, you know what I'm saying, for like a beginner. Now, my mastermind is more of like, you know, I'm giving you everything that I have, you know what I'm saying? Every single buyer I ever worked with that even came across my radar, you know what I'm saying? So in the mastermind, I'm giving you everything, all my buyers, all my contracts, all my contacts, you know, my completely automated system where you can send emails out to buyers with a click of a button, send emails out to sellers with a click of a button, send emails to the attorneys office with a click of a button, you know, and those emails are already created for you, templates, right? Texting templates, you know, texting scripts, calling scripts, company commitment, you know, everything right there is already there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving you everything I got. My whole company manual, right? That gives you all of my procedures, all of my, everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you all of it. And you're going to be supported by my team. You need a VA, my VA will go hire you a VA, all that stuff, man. So, like I said, if you're interested in that, man, hit me up on IG and or hit me up on TikTok, or hit me up anywhere, and we'll set up a call, man. I think I'm gonna leave a link below where you can actually just click the link and set up a call with me. So you can go down below, should be like a link for Calendarly or something like that, where you can click below, set up a call with me, and we'll jump on a call. We'll talk about any coaching I got if you want to talk about that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I was putting up band sign. This guy told me people like me cause gentrification. Is that good or bad? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't trying to make money, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's a problem, man. But dude, I ordered 100 and something bandit signs. I don't think I put one of them out. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, man. People got to understand some things are for you and some things are for other people. Not that I didn't want to put them out. I really just didn't have the time, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm working my 9 to 5. I got a whole family. I really ain't got time to be sitting there putting out bandit signs. You know what I'm saying? Other people got time. I think bandit signs work. I look at the bandit signs, I'm like, God dang it, I wish I could put out bandit signs, but it just don't work for what I do. So thanks for the insight on doing this with a 9 to 5. Yeah, no doubt, man. I work 60 hours a week, just started real estate investing. Dang, man. Yeah, hey, I was in the same spot, man, in the same spot, really, man, and trying to, wholesale. Not only are you working 60 hours a week, but then you got other stuff to do after that, I'm pretty sure. So it's not easy, man. That's why I really wanted to come back and help people with a 9 to 5 start doing this. So let's go over here to Matthew on IG says, when is your mastermind? The mastermind starts on November the 13th. If you got any questions or you're really interested, go down below. There's a calendar where you can sign up and we can jump on the call and talk about that. So Matthew says, I'm in High Point in Greensboro area. Yeah, we got people that's buying up there for sure. So have you heard of Speed to Lead? Yes, I heard Speed to Lead. Yeah, they got leads on there, man. You can go in there and buy them, So yeah, that's definitely a way to get leads. So can owners report you if they find out you a wholesaler their property? What? Report you? No, man. They can't report you. They can back out of the deal. You know what I'm saying? If they want to. But there's ways to, you got to be straight up with them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole reason for my approach. Like I tell them up front, I work with a group of investors that purchase property cash as is. You know what I'm saying? So they know up front that I'm not the person that's purchasing it. My company is a service provider for investors. What service do we provide them? We provide them with a service of bringing them properties. They don't want to look for their own properties. So we go out certain properties and we bring the properties to them, right? So they ain't going to get mad when they figure out we ain't purchased the property because I've already told you, right? It's like that I provide a service to investors, right? And the investors compensate me for this service. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you do it, man. You let people know straight up. You be straight up with them. And that's the way I approach it. I think I got that from King Kong. I'm pretty sure. So Leslie says, how do you find distressed properties without driving around? I've heard cash for drives, but what is that? Oh, Black Betty up in here. What's going on? But you can find distressed properties by looking up probate list, go to the probate court, or you can look in Georgia, you can look up online probate records, Georgia, and you can go find like a bunch of counties who just got probate records online. Those are sometimes distressed. People that's getting a divorce, you can look those people up on prop screens, distressed. People that's in pre-foreclosure, distressed. But what I like to do is I focus on my buyers. Doesn't matter if the property is stressed or in great shape. Like I've wholesale properties that's in awesome shape. Like I would live in that property. You know what I'm saying? There's been properties I've wholesaled that I went over and told my wife, and my wife's like, "Can we move into the house?" It's like, "No, we can't move into the house. We put a wholesale it, man." You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, you know, you ain't got to find distressed properties. You just got to find people who are motivated to sell, and find people that's interested in selling. So that's what I would say. So moving up. Hey, what's going on, Jordan? So I was just curious how to not get in any legal trouble. Any tips? How not to get in legal trouble? Be straight up with them at the beginning. My approach is pretty simple. I'm a service provider. I provide service to investors. I find discounted properties for them, where they can go, where they don't have to worry about searching for properties, and they compensate me for bringing the properties, right? So, there's no legal problem with that. And the only other thing is contract, which I got free contracts in my course. If you want to go check it out, it's free, right? Go check that out. That course you can use anywhere. Of course, you want to just go ahead and send that to an attorney's office if you're going to use them for a closing, and they'll let you know if this is good or bad, right? Most time it's kind of difficult. You got to be doing some shady stuff to get in trouble when it comes to wholesaling, right? Because buying properties is pretty simple. The attorney handles the closing, or the title company handles the closing, and they're gonna make sure that everybody on the up and up. And if you're trying to step out of line, the attorney's office or the title company is gonna put you back in line, and you got to try to go back outside of the lines to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of difficult to get in trouble wholesaling, right? But educate yourself, and it's not that difficult. To be honest, I used to think it was bad, but it's really not that bad. So how many deals do you make a month? I would say on average, probably 5, right? If I was just on average. So thank you. Yeah, no doubt. I need a LLC to start, or can I start today? You can start today. You don't need an LLC, right? I had an LLC already because I bought a rental property and I just created an LLC, but I didn't have to have an LLC. I could have done it in my own name. You know what I'm saying? So on YouTube, somebody said, let's go 123 said, wow, that's a lot of value. I'll definitely hit you up. Yeah, man, look forward to hearing from you. Let's go 123. So JT says, should I set up my LLC? I was going to do my first deal in my name, but been watching videos on LLCs. You could do it either way, and the thing is, like, you can get a deal, or you can be about to get a deal and then just go ahead and sign up for your LLC. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you feel like you get close to getting the deal, then you can sign up for your LLC. But what's up? What's up, B? Got Brandon, not Brandon. You got Brent Ballard up in this thing, man. What's going on, man? But nah, you don't have to set up your LLC now. You could wait to set up your LLC. You can do your LLC in your first name, and in your name first, and then you could do your first deal in your name first, and then you can set up your LLC. There's no problem with doing the deal in your name. Like, it ain't gonna change anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't, even with taxes, I don't think it's really gonna change anything. Say, Brent said, what's going on, legend? Man, I ain't no legend, man. I'm just a regular joker. You already know, you know what I'm saying? You see me, man. So, nah, man, just a regular joker in here trying to get some stuff done, man. So, can you explain how you got your first deal? How many numbers you call? How you got them, etc. Well, man, like my first deal, I just took a plunge, man. I just said, man, if I'm gonna do this wholesaling thing, I'm just gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? Because like Flipman, he had prop screen 7-day free trial, and I think you get like a couple of leads with that too. So bam, I end up getting prop screen, pulling leads, and then he had batch leads. You could text like 500 people for 1 cent. I did that, and then I had to pay for skip tracing though. So I did those. I did the free trials and stuff, and I texted them. It couldn't have been that many people. It could have been like 800 people that I called, that I text, and I just kept texting them over and over and over again. But within my first, 800 to 1,000 people, I found a lady that was interested in selling. But like I thought it wouldn't discounted enough. I didn't know what I was doing. Lady property was probably worth like 120, and she said she wanted to sell it for like 60. And I was like, nah, I can't do that. I need it for 50, And then I didn't even know it was a deal. And then I was driving around, right? And I went to go sell another property, which was a piece of garbage, but a seller wanted me to go out and check it out. But I went and checked it out anyways. And it was a guy that cutting grass. And I talked to the guy that was cutting grass. Most people won't even talk to the guy who cutting grass. So people don't like to talk to that's the craziest thing. Like people don't like to talk to people. It's like, dude, that's where your money at, man. Talk to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I even go past people today, or I'm in in the area with some people, and they won't even talk to me. It's like, dude, why don't you? Like, I'm trying to talk to you. You like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, man, talk to people, man. I talked to the guy who cut grass. He was like, yeah, I know this guy. He buy property in the area. Da 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 da. I'm like, okay, what's his name? You know what I'm saying? So he told me, go look him up over here on social media. And I looked him up. I hit him up, and I was like, hey, this guy said you buy property in this area. Do you buy property? He was like, yeah, I buy property. Let me know if you get anything. Well, then I thought, dang, that lady wanted to sell property for 60 grand. So I sent him her property, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'll be interested in that. When can we go out and look at it? I was like, shoot, we can go out and look at it right now. So he came out there with me to look at the property. I did not have the property under contract, people. You know what I'm saying? Went out there and looked at the property. He came back, all this stuff. He said, what you got it for? I said, I got it for 60. You know what I'm saying? I just said it like that. So he was like, I give you 64. But at the time, after I met him, it was another dude that I said I had been talking to. He was like, hey, I give you 70. But he was like a new investor. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know what he was doing. But so I told the other guys, like, look, this other guy can give me 70. What's the best you can do? He said, how about we give you 66? And I was like, okay, I'll take 66. You know what I'm saying? That's how I signed up my first deal. You know what I'm saying? That was the very first deal that I signed up, but it didn't close till after the other deal closed because we had to wait till the tenants get out and stuff like that. People's on disability, I think they had to have 60 days to get out or something like that. But yeah, man. And then I closed with that guy. I did an assignment, right? He actually wrote up the assignment for me. But the lady, though, I put her on the contract. I had to go look up how to put somebody on a contract, which is crazy. So somebody on TikTok said, yo, I love your content. Glad I scrolled onto your live. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you scrolling on to my live, man. Y'all come check me out. I usually go live every day around 1 o'clock. So somebody on Instagram said, gotta make sure you got the ARV and your MAO ready and locked down. Yeah, hey, that's always good to have the ARV and MAO ready and locked down. But hey, don't be scared away with those numbers, man. It's like, oh, I don't know how to do ARV. It's like, dude, don't let that scare you away. Is my thing. It's like, don't let it scare you away. Like, you ain't got to know the ARV. You ain't really got to know the MAO. What you got to do is contact sellers, find people who need to sell, get the property over to the buyers and ask them how much you pay for this. You know what I'm saying? If somebody ready to sell and they ready to sell at 60, I did not know the ARV of that property. My first deal, I made 6K. I did not know the ARV. I did not know the ARV. I did not know the MAO. I didn't know nothing. I knew the address. I knew the lady wanted to sell. I knew the lady wanted to sell for 60K. I contacted the buyer. The buyer said he'll pay 64. I didn't have to know ARV. I didn't have to know MAO. I didn't have to know repair costs. I didn't have to know none of that, man. All these numbers and crap. I didn't know none of it. Still did a deal. I didn't know how to send a contract. I didn't know how to write up a contract. I didn't know what closing attorney I was going with. None of that. And still did a deal. Like, the only thing that I did was talk to people. I talked to sellers, I talked to buyers, I talked to the guy who cutting grass, I talked to anybody I could talk to about real estate. That's all you really got to do, man. And then start piecing stuff together. Get on there, Google it up, search for stuff. That's all you really got to do to get that first deal. Once you get that first deal, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You get that first deal, it's over, right? So somebody else said, I have a terrible fear of cold calling. I pull 80 properties and skip trace them, driving for dollars, but I'm scared to call, fear rejection. Hey, gotta get rejected before you get accepted. Funny you said that because, dude, I was texting people. This guy said, no, I'm not selling my property. Stop asking me, right? I said, oh, okay. That guy rejected me like twice. I had asked him like 3 times about selling his property. He was like, no, stop. And then he said, but I do got a property you can buy real quick. So I got rejected by one guy like 3 times. And then he said, but I do got a property you can buy real quick. And then he gave me an address to his brother's house. End up closing his brother's house about a month or so later for $30K. It's like, dude, are you willing to get rejected for $30K? If somebody said, hey, $30K if you get rejected 3 times, you know what I'm saying? 100 times? Would you take up 100 rejections for $30K? I would. Bring 100 people on. If 30K is at the end of the line, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me that, you know? So, so Fire Story fan, appreciate that, bro. I'm in Jersey. I feel like everyone here, it got bad attitudes, got to cuss out. But my second call, my 2 only calls. So I gave up. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Hey, some places are rougher than others, that's for sure. Do you use your personal phone? Nope. I use call tools now, man. But shoot, man, I'm finna have to get off here, man. Y'all blowing me up, man. Appreciate that though. I'll be live tomorrow. Y'all come back, man. Check me out. If you got any questions, hit me up on IG and I'll get back with you, man. But and if you're interested in any coaching from me, check out the link below. We'll jump on a call and talk about how I can help you, man. But other than that, man, appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day.